Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs, YouTube channel, and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. We want to give guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is deliver winners here, free picks from the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show today. All right, we got the D'Amicos back. We got Dionne and Joe D'Amico. Sean Murphy's with us. Ron Romanelli. Sean Murphy with us twice today. We got to fix that. All right, we also have Mitch with us. We got Big Al McMordie and Tony Brown will be with us as well. Let me take a look here at who did we miss? I think we got them. We got everybody on. We do. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this one. So I'm going to fly solo today, as we've got Chris on the day off. Here's the lineup here: Brown, D'Amico's. We got McMordie, Murphy, Romanelli, Mitch, and then I will close this one out. All right, going flying solo. So let's go ahead and let's get it started. We're going to start the show off with Tony Brown. We'll go off to Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome Tony Brown to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Stream, doing some fine work up there. You'll see him on top of the leaderboards there. So let's see if we can get him on board right now. Tony Brown. We're going to do the two camera today with Chris off tonight. Tony Brown, what's going on?
What's going on, Tony? Good to be here.
Great to have you on. All right, here we go. 8 Eastern time. Got the Royals here to host the Indians. And the Indians here laid $1.12, total of 9.
Yeah, I like this total right here. It's a road game for the Indians, but, I mean, home field advantage, it won't be enough tonight for KC. The weird thing about baseball, and I've always found this weird as a fan and as a handicapper, the same teams play each other so many times. You know what I mean? Like when they're in the division, like instead of the Dodgers going out playing the Red Sox and the Yankees a bunch of times, they just Arizona, San Francisco, the division games. They play like 16, 18 games. And when you have a Boston Yankee or LA San Francisco, a good rivalry, you love it. You got 10-10 splits and 9-8 splits, a lot of home wins. But when it's lopsided, it just isn't fun. And at this point, Cleveland is picking on KC. They played 16 times already, and Cleveland has 13 of the wins. But what's more impressive, they played 10 times in KC, and Cleveland has 9 of the wins. So it's like this has been a good rivalry, and the home field advantage has been taken totally out of play with Cleveland winning 90% of the games. So I know the games aren't played on paper, but sometimes the stats are just too big to ignore, so we won't. We're going to look for Cleveland to continue their dominance over KC, and at this price, taking Cleveland on the money line.
All right, we got Tony Brown here in Cleveland on money line, minus 112 against the Royals. I'm not a big fan of this Daniel Lynch, the starter here for KC at home, an ERA approaching 7, whip of 1.58. So I'm with you here. As a matter of fact, Lynch faced Indians on the 21st. 4 earned runs allowed in 6 innings in a 4-1 defeat. So I'm with you here, Tony, on Indians minus 112 against the Royals, and this one has a start time here of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra News channel. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. You're doing fantastic work as we look at the numbers here. 800, well, you're now up to 884 units of profit past 7 days. Well, we've got a good card here for Major League Baseball on the board. What do you have going on at the site?
Yeah, we had a huge card. We had 15 games in play today, and we were all over it. We took 6 games in the Major League Baseball today. The Colorado game started early at noontime. Our Western, I'm on the West Coast, so we had that game already going on. But we still got 5 big plays tonight in the MLB. And you see the numbers right there, 800-plus units just for this week. We're on fire. We haven't missed. We're 6-1 in our last 7 plays. And tonight will be no different. We've got 5 big games on the board. We look to cash them all, but, 3 out of 5 turns a profit, and that's what we're here to do.
That's right. Turn a profit with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. 884 units of profit, documented past 7 days. When I say document, if you go over to Pick Dogs Premium, you check out Tony Brown's profile page. You can see every play that's listed up there and is graded immediately. Now, on the board tonight over at Pick Dogs Premium, you'll get Tony Brown's triple play, his 3 top plays from Major League Baseball. Big card day, 15 games. We still have 15 left to go tonight with that morning game, afternoon game going on right now. 3 top plays from Tony Brown, only $30. Get on board with that. Or you can take those winnings and go long-term with Tony Brown because he has that 3, 7, and 30 sports pass where you can get every play that Tony releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period you select when you go over to the profile page and you make that purchase, showing good profits this year. College football and Major League Baseball. I've also seen that Tony Brown is already in with his Thursday night football throwdown, so a lot of action up there over at Pick Dogs Premium with Tony Brown. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on your show. Continue that success, and we will talk with you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Great to be here, man. Let's make it 3 days in a row. Let's try to get.
Absolutely. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with the coverage here. I'm going flying solo. Chris will be back tomorrow as he has the day off. We're going to go ahead and welcome the D'Amicos, Dionne and Joe D'Amico, to the show. Let's see if we can get them signed in right here. You'll find them over at Pick Dogs. Dionne's doing fantastic work. He's here on top of the leaderboards for the 2021. Doing great work in baseball. Had a winner for us on the show on her debut here on the drive-through. And I think I've got them ready here right now. All right, Dionne and Joe, how you guys doing?
Doing great, thank you.
We are great, Tony. Thanks for having us.
All right, fantastic. All right, we'll start here with Dionne. You've been doing great here over at Pick Dogs. Tonight's game, you got the Mariners are hosting Athletics. Seattle laying $1.06. Total sits here at 7.5.
Yes, sir. I got another winner for you tonight. With just 4 games left in the regular season, the Mariners are a half game back of a wild card spot. However, if they lose the game, they are eliminated from a chance at the postseason. Good news, though. They play the A's tonight. Seattle has taken games 1 and 2 of the series, 11 straight meetings, and overall on the campaign are 14-4 versus Oakland. Frankie Montes and Logan Gilbert are starting pitchers today. Montes has been more consistent, having not lost a decision in over a month. Seattle is 6-1 their last 7 games versus right-handed starters, 19-7 their last 26 games played versus the AL West, and 9-1 the last 10 games played overall. I'm going to take the hotter team here. I'm taking the Mariners.
All right, Dionne here on the Mariners, minus 106 against the Oakland Athletics. I can't argue that. 14-4 this year against the Oakland. That's the reason why Oakland's out of the playoffs. It's the way Seattle's been playing. You had them with Flexen. Of course, they came back and win again last night. So Seattle Mariners minus 106 here against the Oakland Athletics. This one will have a start time. It's one of the later games here at 10 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings Channel. All right, Dionne, what do you better know what you have going on over at Pick Dog Print? We see the numbers here: 786 units of profit in 2021. Moving up those leaderboards, going to vie for the title this year. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I know I've been winning for everyone in college football, hitting 82% at 9-2, but my baseball is heating up, going 6-3 my last 9 plays. Tonight I have 1 game in my MLB home run play for just $25 right here at Pick Dogs.
All right, guys, get on board here with Dionne D'Amico over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers: 786 units of profit, showing profit past 7 days, past 30 days. She's got her home run play right now going on over at Pick Dogs. Also part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion, 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. Every play that Dionne releases over at Pick Dogs. You had a second capper to that, even greater savings. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time for Joe D'Amico. Joe's going to have his play here for tonight. We're going to be looking here at the game involving, we've got the contest involving Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies.
You know, Tony, I like the way you introduce us as the D'Amicos. We're like the Osmonds, except we gamble. I love it. Thank you. Thanks for having us again midweek. We're having such a good time. We're going to keep doing the drive-through Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or as much as you want us to, till you get sick of me. I know I'm going to get probably the pink slip sooner or later if I don't catch her on the leaderboards. But sports fans, a nice winner for you tonight on my free pick. Atlanta has won their last 4 games to widen the lead over Philly to 3.5. Their magic number to win yet another NL East title is 3, guys. Great pitcher on the mound. Max Fried gets the nod at home, the left-hander. He's been a workhorse, guys, an absolute workhorse. This is going to be his 28th start. He's been amazing. He's going back to the beginning of August. He has won 6 straight. And just as impressive, guys, the team is 11-1 in his last 12 turns, dating back all the way to August 3rd. I mean, he starts, they win. It's a great combo. Aaron Nola, he gets the road start. Guys, the right-hander has some respectable numbers, but over his last 5 turns, he's given up 19 earned runs on 27 hits. This really doesn't bode well for a kid here, as the Braves bats have really heated up. Here's some numbers for you that I found very impressive. Atlanta 8-3 the last 11 meetings in the series at Truist Park. 8-0 the last 8 versus right-handed starters. They're actually crushing righties. 24-9 the last 33 in the division. They have owned the NL East. I'm taking Atlanta, and if you do too, tonight we'll both be making money, guys.
All right, Joe D'Amico here. Atlanta Braves minus 141 against the Phillies. I can't argue that. Looking at Nola's past 3 starts against the Braves, he's allowed 10 earned runs here in 17 2/3 innings, giving up 5 homers. And you know what? The Braves, Joe, they can hit the home run ball.
Absolutely. You know, this is a team that, you know, a lot of people, they were a base hitting team throughout the beginning of the year, throughout the middle, and then they kind of transitioned. They're beating your long ball, they're beating your short ball, they're playing very good baseball, and I think they really are. I mean, we've talked about all through the year, Tony, you and I, how they are the cream of the crop. You know, they had a little tough time in the beginning of the year, but cream rises to the top. They're going to keep winning. And like I said, their magic number is 3. And they get a clean sweep here. They've got the division, another division title for the Braves.
Looks that way. All right, Atlanta Braves minus 141 here against the Philadelphia Phillies, 7 Eastern time start. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Prim. We've got 15 games remaining on the board today from Major League Baseball. It's football week as well, with big game action beginning tomorrow. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium here?
Tony, tomorrow's a long day away. I want to talk about tonight. My baseball's red hot. I've won 4 straight and route to a 10-3 overall MLB run. I have just one big winner on the board tonight, my MLB best bet, which have won 7 of their last 8. You can only get it right here at Pick Dogs. $25 to make your night. Go into football tomorrow with a bit of a bankroll, guys. I'm red hot. Follow me, and you're going to burn your book. I promise you that.
So I get on board here with Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs Premium. 343 units of profit past 7 days. That's all documented. If you visit Joe's profile page over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, he has his MLB best bet 7-1 run last 8. He's been red hot, winning 4 straight, 10-3 last 13. Get paid tonight with Joe D'Amico. He'll knock it out of the park for you with that best bet tonight for Major League Baseball. And of course, you can always take those winnings, go long term with Joe. He's got his MLB pass up there as well for the rest of the season. All sports passes as well as his NFL and college football season pass combined in one. Just visit the profile page and get on board with Joe D'Amico. All right, Joe and Dionne, it's always great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you guys in a couple of days.
Tony, thanks for having us, everybody on the show. Good luck today. Good luck. Have a winning day, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you too as well. Joe and Dionne D'Amico here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue with coverage, guys. Just a reminder, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show. It starts at during the week, 11 a.m. Eastern time. You have Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, Joe Madden on the show. And of course, that YouTube members VIP. That is a fantastic value. Why don't you follow the link below and take a look at it? It's some great value now that we're into the baseball playoffs coming up next week. We got the NBA and hockey starting. We got college and NFL football. 5 crossover sports here. Good time to get signed up. And of course, we're here Monday through Friday with the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right, and we always ask for your help to help us build up our audience. We just ask you guys with those simple things. Just hit that thumbs up button. Helps us build up our audience, and we greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to talk to Big Al McMordie. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim. I think we had him on last. He said 9 straight winning seasons in the NFL, so he's looking for his 10th. Al, how's it going?
Pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm not doing too well in baseball and college football right now. But the NFL is going fine, so hopefully we'll keep it going. I'm going to talk some NFL today here with you.
Absolutely. Going to be looking here at you got a moneyline parlay for us for this week's action.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at 2 games, and they're kind of 2 sides of a coin here. First game we're going to talk about the Kansas City Philadelphia game, and everyone knows by now that the Kansas City Chiefs are not covering point spreads these days, but they're still an extremely talented team. And one of the things I looked at is how do teams that are winless against the spread do in week 4 if they're laying 7 or more points? They actually do quite well. They've won going all the way back to 1987, 91% of those games straight up. So I think Kansas City here is in a really good situation to win this game straight up, and I'm going to put them as the first half of our money line parlay. Should see them at minus 330. And I don't want to lay the points with Kansas City because, as I just mentioned, they're not really covering point spreads, so I don't want to do that. And then also you have the Philadelphia Eagles coming off that 20-point blowout loss to their rival on Monday Night Football, so that's a bounce-back spot for Philadelphia as well. But I think just to win the game straight up, I think Kansas City is a very safe bet. On the other half of this money line parlay, we're going to go against a team that's red hot, and that's the Carolina Panthers. They are 3-0 both straight up and against the spread, but they're getting 5 points in this game. When you look at how teams do that, are 3-0 straight up and against the spread in week 4, those teams, when getting more than 3 points, 0-12 straight up, provided their team that they're playing is not also 3-0 straight up and against the spread. So I think Carolina here is a nice, is in a go-against situation. I don't necessarily want to lay the points with the Cowboys because they just blew out their rival on Monday Night Football, but I'm comfortable taking Dallas on the money line at minus 210. So when you put Dallas together with Kansas City, the price for this parlay is minus 108. And I think it's a really good money line parlay.
All right, Big Al's pick here, KC Chiefs moneyline parlay with the Chiefs and Cowboys. You return minus 108. Do you know one thing? Note here with this Carolina team, looks like Christian McCaffrey's been downgraded to out here, so that really helps your cause here with the Panthers. I'm sorry, with going against the Panthers here.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt, but I think Carolina's got a good scheme, and I think they're going to be fine. But yes, it certainly doesn't hurt, which is why the line here is.
Is any angles here coming off like Monday night wins? As we're getting here in these both teams that you have here are on short weeks.
The most important thing is coming off that blowout loss on the side of the Philadelphia Eagles. Those teams do bounce back. There is nothing as far as off big wins on Monday night. There's nothing as far as a short week on Monday night. But when you're off a big blowout loss, those teams do tend to rebound.
All right, looking for the rebound here with Big Al here. KC Chiefs, moneyline parlay here, taking the Chiefs and the Cowboys to return -108. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we've got 15 games in Major League Baseball still to start here. We're looking at 744 units of profit for this season. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I've got a 3-game package in baseball looking to bounce back off yesterday's losing day. I've also already posted my NFL Thursday Night Football Game of the Month for September. I've already cashed my NFL Game of the Month on the Ravens over the Chiefs, my Monday Night Football Game of the Month on the Packers over the Lions, and we cashed our NFC Conference Game of the Month last week on the Rams over the Buccaneers. So we look to make it a 4-for-4 sweep on the 4 big promoted plays this month in September with our Thursday Night Football Game of the Month. It's already up now. And then I should have 2 more NFL plays posted for Sunday a little bit later. And then we should have a huge card in college football on Saturday.
All right, guys, get on board here with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. 744 units of profit for 2021 tonight. He's got his bounce back three-game MLB package. Get on board with that. He's got his 3 best plays from Major League Baseball on the board. He also has his Thursday night game of the month up here for tomorrow's action as well. So get on board with Big Al McMordie. And, of course, he's also part of that long-term pass, 3, 7, and 30 sports pass over at Pick Dogs Premium. You get every play that Al releases. If you get that 30 pass, it's pretty good right now because you get Al's plays from the NFL and college football for the next month. We're also looking at the baseball playoffs here that begin next week. You're also looking at the start of the NBA season, NHL as well. So these sports are crossing over right now. And we're going to get we're going to have some tired eyes here coming up pretty shortly. But anyway, good time to get on board with that 30 sports pass. I hate to bring it up to you, Al. I know how.
Well, I know. It's like we don't get any sleep as it is, and now with hockey and basketball starting, you can all the way. I look forward to April when when I can breathe again.
That's right. But remember, we don't have those 15-game MLB cards anymore after Sunday.
No, right? We have those 140-game college basketball Saturday cards.
Easy. We're still 2 months away. Hey. By the way, I think one of the publications has out right now. I was thinking of buying it already to get started on college basketball research. Amazing.
But it's a labor of love. It's what we love to do.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. All right, Al, have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Tony. Good luck to you.
All right, good luck to you as well. Big Al McMordie here on the Drive-Thru. We'll continue on with our coverage. Well, James Clark chimed in, and I know we can't have him on the show. He's had some service issues. He likes to give out those home run props. Guess what? You got to wait till the end of the show. We'll do it at the recap. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive-Thru. You'll get James Clark prop here in a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and welcome the show right now. Up next is going to be Sean Murphy. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's done really good work in college football this season. Let's bring in Sean right now. Sean, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How's it going tonight?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Game of the night, 7 Eastern time. We got the Blue Jays here hosting the Yankees. The Yankees have been a hot team here, laying $1.12, total of 8.
Yeah, it's tough to go against the Yankees right now, and with this price, I'm going to recommend a play on New York here in Toronto. Yankees coming off 7 straight wins, of course, including the winner in the opener of this series last night. They've scored at least 5 runs in their last 6, while giving up 3 runs or less in all 7 of those games during their current streak. And you look at the Blue Jays, they really kind of fell apart over the last couple of weeks. Midway through the month, they controlled their own destiny in the playoff race, but then since then they've lost 7 out of their last 13. They were lucky to come away with a 2-2 split against the Twins over the weekend. Tonight they send Berrios to the Hill. He's been okay, but Toronto's just 5-6 in his 11 starts since he came over at the trade deadline. And then on the flip side, the Yankees, they're going with Garrett Cole, of course. And I think we see him with his best here tonight in a big game, playoff implications. This is why they brought him in. He lasted only 3 2/3 of an inning the last time he played the Jays back on September 7th, but really over the course of his career, he's owned them. He's had a 2.81 ERA 0.96 WHIP in 8 career starts against them. On the flip side of that, Barrios with a 4.38 ERA and 1.58 WHIP in 5 career starts against the Yankees. And also in the later innings, the Yankees have the advantage there. Their bullpen has a .87 ERA and .71 WHIP over their last 7 games, while the Jays' pen has a 5.14 ERA and 1.46 WHIP over the same stretch. I just think here with the price close to a pick'em, I know the Jays need the win, need it more than the Yankees here, but I think in this case they can't pass up that price with Garrett Cole and the Yankees tonight.
All right, Garrett Cole here in a big game. He's been a veteran in big game situations. One thing to note here with this Blue Jays team, past 7 days they're only hitting .216. The bats they're not hitting right now when they need it the most.
Yeah, it's just been a bad time for a slump for the Jays, and there's a lot of pressure here at home in this series. I mean, the Yankees now have there's a 3-game cushion over Toronto in this spot, and then you've got the Mariners on fire. Obviously, it's just a tough situation. Toronto's got a ton of pressure on them. The price doesn't warrant a play on them tonight.
Yeah, especially with the pressure now. You get runners on, you get those big home run hitters up there, and they're looking really sharp right now. Your Judges, your Stantons, they're looking really sharp here at the end of the season. All right, Sean Murphy, Yankees -112 against Toronto Blue Jays. This one has a start time 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Sean, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Prim. We got a baseball game going off, so that leaves us now 14 games remaining in the primetime hour here for Major League Baseball. You're off to a really good start in college football. College football begins tomorrow. 705 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so tonight I've got just one baseball play. It's my first 5 innings. It's actually a first 5 innings play. It's the game of the month, or the total of the month. Sorry. So that's one play to hop on tonight. MLB is on a 23-14 run. As you mentioned, college football has kind of been the top dog for me here this month so far, and I've got a couple plays already posted for the weeknight action with the totals winners for Thursday and Friday. I should have the Saturday card loaded up by end of day tomorrow. So it's a great time to get on board, grab a weekly package. NFL's been good. The last 2 Sunday Mondays have been 4-1. For whatever reason, the Thursday nighter hasn't been as kind to me this year, but we'll try to get that turned around tomorrow night. So it's a good time to get on board.
That's right. Get on board here with Sean Murphy over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers: 705 units of profit college football. Document number 2 at the site. Tonight he's got that first 5 innings play, or if you want to get on board and get early on with his college football, he's got his college football Thursday night over under route going. He's got a Big Ten total of the month for Friday from the number 2 capper at Pick Dogs Premium, documented 705 units of profit. Or better yet, why don't you go with that long-term pass, that 7-day all sports pass. Every play from Sean Murphy for the next 7 days would include 7 days of Major League Baseball. That'll dip into the playoffs. 7 days of college football. Every play that Sean releases for Week 5 college football, Week 4 NFL. So good time to get on board with that 7-day all sports pass. Pick Dogs Premium with Sean Murphy, number 2 this year over in college football. All right, Sean, as always, great to have you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thanks, Tony.
All right, Sean Murphy here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here with our coverage. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to go ahead and give you James Clark a home run prop for today. All right, let's take a look here. Aaron Judge hit a home run plus 240. So that was his play. He was out of his internet service was acting up, and as he got it back, we were on the show. I don't have Ruffolo with me, so it was difficult to wire him in and get all the technical stuff done. But anyway, here's James Clark. We'll recap it again at the recap for those that miss it later on. Aaron Judge to hit a home run plus 240. That's James Clark home run prop for today. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We're now going to go ahead and welcome to the show Ron Romanelli. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. You'll find him also weekends on the morning show. Of course, the weekends, it's 10 a.m. Eastern time, Saturday and Sunday. Let's go and bring in Ron right now. Ron, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. How you doing today?
It's going great. Going great. All right, here we go. 8 Eastern time. We got the White Sox here to host the Reds. White Sox $1.84, total 7.5.
Yeah, Tony, I'm liking the White Sox tonight with Carlos Rodon on the mound. There's a few reasons why the Reds are going to be missing the playoffs yet again this season, and most of that deals with the pitching, but it also has to deal with their inability to hit left-handed pitching. The Reds are fantastic against righties, and we know their lineup is loaded, and they are ranked 3rd in the league in team OPS against right-handed pitchers. However, it's a completely different story against left-handed pitchers. Cincinnati's ranked 27th in team OPS against southpaws this season. They're only better than the Pirates, Marlins, and Rangers. That's right, the Mets hit lefties better than the Reds do this season. It just hasn't. They just cannot hit left-handed pitchers for some reason. And even though they have plenty of right-handed batters, you would think that they would excel against lefties. But with Rodon on the mound, I expect 3 to 4 strong innings from him. They're not going to. I don't expect him to go deep into this game because he's only pitched 3 games in September. They're trying to ease him back in after his injury, and the playoffs are looming next week, as we know. So I expect a short outing, but a sharp one from Rodon, and I think the bullpen takes care of the rest of the game for the White Sox. I also really like the White Sox bats against Sonny Gray today. The White Sox definitely hit lefties better than they do righties, but they hit righties well also, ranked 9th in the league in team OPS against righties. Sonny Gray has been struggling as of late. He has allowed at least 1 home run in 4 of his last 5 starts, and the earned runs that he's been allowing are starting to pile up. The Reds have lost 3 of his last 4 starts, the last 4 starts that Gray has pitched in, and 2 of those games, the opposing team covered the run line. The Dodgers and the Cardinals both covered the run line in their wins. So with all that being said, I like the White Sox in the first 5 innings laying the half a run, and I also like the Chicago White Sox on the run line in the full game laying the 1.5 runs.
All right, Ron Romanelli here with the White Sox run line here, minus 1.5 runs, plus 110 against the Reds. Any thoughts on the total in this one? Because I saw Sonny Gray did have success earlier this season against the White Sox, and he's, as we know, with most Reds pitchers, they've been better on the road.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the total. I know it's low. I think it's 7.5. Yeah. I would lean towards the over just because I do think the White Sox get to Cincinnati's rotation, Sonny Gray and the bullpen today. But I'm not sure how much Cincinnati's going to provide in the run department. So I'll lean towards the over, but definitely like the White Sox as the better play.
All right, the White Sox here, run line minus 1.5 runs, plus 110 against the Reds. And this one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Ron, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. 14 games remaining in the primetime hour over from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Hey, Tony, I had a bit of a cold streak this week, but I'm confident that we're going to have a big bounce back this week and the weekend as well. I do have my MLB Play of the Night on the website, which is my best bet on the board. And you can also check out my long-term plans on the website. Check it, Pick Dogs Premium. Sometimes it's always best to grab a capper that you trust and you have confidence in when they're slumping. You think they're going to get out of a slump, and you grab the long-term plan, and then the money rolls in. It's definitely been an interesting 2021. We've had a few good months, but like I said, definitely not the greatest week or so in baseball and college football. But like I said, I'm confident we're going to have a nice bounce back week. So check me out at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Ron Romanelli over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his Major League Baseball Play of the Day going on right now. His top play for Major League Baseball, $25. Pick that up, and of course, take those winnings. Go long term with Ron Romanelli over at the site. He's also part of that $3, $7, and $30 sports pass. Get on board with every play that he releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period you select. When you go to the profile page and you make that purchase, that 7-day pass will get you all of Ron's plays. NFL Week 4, college football week number 5, and spill into some of the playoff action for next week, Major League Baseball. All right, Ron, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week. But we'll tune in the mornings as it's getting crowded there in that morning lineup on the weekends.
Yeah, you should see the break room before the shows. You got plenty of people, plenty of great cappers, and those shows have been awesome. I know a lot of people like the new format. I'll be on Sunday. This show I can't make it Saturday, but I'm ready for the NFL show on Sunday.
All right, we'll see you then. Tune in Sunday, of course, at 10 a.m. Eastern time with that morning show on Sunday. All right, Ron, have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you next week.
Alrighty, Tony, you too.
All right, Ron Romanelli here on the Drive Thru. Guys, reminder, if you missed any of the picks, we'll do a complete recap. And if you got here late, well, we also have a home run prop that shared with us from James Clark, who was unable to sign in. Signed in a little too late for us to get him on the show. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Hey, it's time for Mitch. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's also part of the morning show. He does afternoon shows as well with Joe Madden. A lot of football shows here, college football and the NFL. Let's go ahead and welcome Mitch in right now. We got to go to the 2 camp. Mitch, what's happening?
It's pretty much everything. I was going to say nothing, but it's pretty much everything. I've been going nonstop since about 3 a.m. Hawaii time. So this is about my 5th show today. So I'm excited to be here, though.
All right, as I said earlier, like that shirt. All right, here we go, 7 Eastern time. Orioles hosting the Red Sox. Boston here laying 290, total 9.5.
Yeah, just two teams that can really hit the cover off the ball, and two pitchers, well, that give it up in bunches. We saw the Orioles steal one from the Red Sox last night, crushing parlays across the board. I think the books are probably going to have to put a plaque up for the Orioles after the cleanup they had last night. But I think tonight, just a whole lot of hits, a whole lot of runs. I think the game itself is probably a toss-up, and my pick here is on the over. But at the same time, I think it's probably worth a small play on the Orioles just for the heck of it, because generally the Orioles have won in bunches, and we saw at the beginning of the season they beat the Red Sox in Fenway pretty well. But yeah, the play for me here is the over. But like I said, I think that the Orioles well worth a play.
Yeah, looking at the Orioles in this one. Okay, Mitch, looking here at the total in this one here with the Orioles and Red Sox over 9.5. And of course, Mitch, you see the Orioles looking at a play here because what's it? Boston now in a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, they've been terrible, and it's like, we saw at the beginning of the season the Orioles did it to the Red Sox. A lot of these teams that have nothing to play for, they would love to play spoiler. I mean, it kind of does give the Orioles something to play for.
Yeah, and it does. And you look at the Boston, they get average just 3 runs. They couldn't score no more than 3 runs during that losing streak. And we talked about this throughout the season, even with Chris, is the Boston pitching staff gives up a lot of runs. If you look at the runs allowed, it's a lot here for Boston.
Well, they do. I think that, what we've seen this year in baseball is that, there's definitely is a distinguished a difference between, each level of pitching. I always talk about, we've been doing shows for years, and I've always talked about what happens when a number 1 pitcher goes down and everybody else needs to move up in the rotation. And that's what we've seen in Boston this season is Chris Sale missed most of the season. So most of these guys have been pitching out of turn in the rotation all season long. So, the job of a number 1 pitcher is to be able to shut the other team out once in a while, hold them to 1 run, and hopefully that's good enough. The number 2 pitcher, usually in that 2-run range, kind of the Marcus Stroman ERA, right? And then you get into that 3, 4, 5, and it's basically, 4s, mid-4s, mid-5s. And, you got to hope that your team is hitting their 3, 4, and 5 just as hard. And I think the Red Sox, just because of the way they've been hitting the ball this year, have been gotten away with, a roster full of 3s, 4s, and 5s.
It's interesting with baseball, unlike football and basketball in the NBA, when you bring someone off the street, there's a big difference here. The prospect can produce because they've been in a minor league system. And one thing I look at here is the discrepancy in salary between a AAA player and a major league player. The minimum salary in major leagues is $576,000. For a AAA player, it's only $15,000 a year. So there's a lot of motivation here for these prospects in these dugouts.
Yeah, huge motivation. And then you get into a guy like Cole, who pitches tonight for the Yankees, who makes, $2 million a win. Is basically what he's making. And we figured it out by the pitch on the morning show. And it was about $15,000 a pitch.
Yeah. That's quite a difference there. All right, Mitch. Of course, once everybody know all the shows going on. Of course, that weekend show. I don't think you can get back an hour. There's a lot of guests on the show now. A lot of the drive-through cappers are getting booked on there. I'll get on that show. And of course, we see these mid-afternoon shows now with you and Joe.
Yeah, we're ready to have you. And anytime you want to come on either during the weekday or the weekend, you're always more than welcome. But so we're doing Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. It's the usual cast of characters: Rod, Brian, and Joe, and myself. Then on the weekends, Joe and I host, and we just bring in all of the cappers. Usually, we've kind of let the cappers call the shots a little bit differently than what you guys do here on the drive-through, where it's kind of like 1 game per person, and then it's the format, and it's because the idea of the drive-through is right before the game starts, so it's like you want to be rapid fire and out the door with plenty of time. For us on the weekend shows, it's more we're kind of letting the cappers do as many games as they want, and if they overlap games, that's okay. It's just a different opinion. But we're gonna reduce it to about 2 games per capper, just because I'm just surprised at how many cappers want to be part of it. It's like, I know Tony's been herding cats for a couple of years here on the drive-thru, but for me, it's like I was shocked. And I think maybe because I put Joe in charge of it, that's why everybody wants to do it. Maybe they just want to say hi to Joe. I don't know. I have no idea, but whatever it takes, everyone is excited about it. And I'm glad that the cappers get a chance to meet our Pick Dogs audience. really that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Get a lot of exposure for those for the cappers there, and I think it's a really good show when you have a mix of all the cappers in there. It's fast, it's moving quickly, and everyone seems to be liking, get really positive results. All right, Mitch. Of course, we've talked about the shows. Of course, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight?
I have a 3-pack. I also have my solo shot I've been doing, $15 play. It's just I'm kind of like the test monkey for that one, and we'll see how it works out. If it's something we're going to add across the board, or if we're just going to do away with it. Usually we find some kind of spot for it, and then give the option to people to do it if they want to. But for me, it's like the better buy is the 3-pack, because you get 3 picks. It's like this at $15 a pick. It's $15, but you only get one, so it's actually you're paying 150% of the price of the other one. So it's all depends on what you want, and the best deals, the YouTube premium and VIP, those Bitler's bad ideas. That's what we call those. So.
Now I don't.
But
know
we continue on.
But you're giving away money with that office pool, right? There's some money up for grabs.
Yeah, the office pool is just a fun thing that we have now, and that is, it's just you pick the winners of the games, no point spread, and just like a regular office pool. And then Monday night is the tiebreaker, total points, whoever's closest. We don't put in the Thursday night because this way it just gives more people a chance to join. Last week, someone went 14-1, which is, even without the spreads, is pretty amazing. It's the same as hitting a money line round robin. 14-team money line round robin is basically what that is. So it's pretty amazing. One of the prize levels is you have to beat me, and you get an extra prize bump up. It's like everyone has hit that. It's like you don't want to be as a dog player that loves teams that lose games and cover spreads. It's like in an office pool. It's like it's just your worst possible place you can be.
Yeah, you want to check the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. They just complete the office pool show for today, and hit that play button, get all the details there, right, Mitch, on how to sign up and what they've got to do.
Yeah, you could also get it on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. The Pick Dogs YouTube channel, the Pick Dogs Twitter page, which is Pick Dogs, or Joe Madden Sports.
Okay.
You can follow Joe. We'll get Joe on the drive-thru eventually. She's somewhere lost between her gallon of mayonnaise and quart of hot sauce, and she's eating dinner or something.
You got her busy. She's real busy.
Well, I met Joe on Twitter, and she was hustling there. She was just I don't mean like hustling people. It's just like, she's one of those people. It's like, well, what else can I do? What else can I do? What else can I do? So, we're going to be doing more. She's going to be doing her own shows, and that's kind of where we're going with it. It's kind of like, the soft thing. Like I used to be on the drive-thru every night, and it's like we got to a point where, Chris was on the morning show, and, Tony is like, our audience felt comfortable with Tony. You didn't need me around anymore. And I think with Joe, I think they can't wait to get rid of me. So it's, they can't get enough of her. It's like, you never read in the comments, Mitch is so hot. It's like.
Yeah, I like it. Seeing Joe Madden and Dionne D'Amico top of leaderboards.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? And I think we have some other women that might be joining us in the future as well. So, we don't discriminate, men, women, black, white, yellow, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome as long as they can pick winners. The next step after the office pool will probably be our Become a Capper contest, and that will probably run the month of December, when we have college basketball, NBA basketball, college football bowl season, and NFL football all going at the same time with hockey. So
that's right.
That's the time to do it, I think. And then that way that people can start the new year. We'll have our new capper. Last year's winners, James Clark, and you guys have seen what he's done, since becoming a capper. And then we also, it's not just limited to whoever wins. Jovan Bertz, who also lit the board up in that capper contest, also ended up joining us from there, because I said to everyone, do your write-ups, do your picks, whoever study, we'll take a look and see who wants to do it. And Jovan contacted me. He's like, hey, I did everything that you asked. I did. Let's check it out. He was like, hey man, this guy's pretty good, because Clark hit a lot of big money liners, and that's how he won. He hit a lot of big money liners, but Jovan picked regular games, and he was right there. As far as winning percentage, I think he was actually ahead of him.
Oh yeah, he's been sharp. He's been ahead of some of these streaks. He was ahead with the Dodgers under. He's been ahead with the Cardinals. There's been some things where he's been able to see and follow through with it. And he told us, he goes, "I'm ready for this football season. This is where I'm strong." Top of leaderboards, NFL and college football.
He's killing it, man. He's a good capper. Most of these guys are better than me. I know that, and you guys all will tell me that you're better than me too. So, I never claim to be the best. I think I might be the most consistent. That's about it.
All right, Mitch, it's always great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll check out those videos tonight. I know we'll have some baseball for tomorrow, football as well. We got Thursday night and college football.
Absolutely. We look forward to having you on our weekend show, or even in the mornings during the week, or in the afternoons with Joe and I. We just the two of us, so we got room for more.
All right, fantastic. All right, have a great night. Mitch here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with the coverage. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll go ahead and do a recap at the end of the show. And don't forget, if you didn't get it earlier, I also have James Clark home run prop, which we'll do during the recap. All right, now it's time for my play. We're going to look at this Red Hot Cardinals and the Brewers game here at 7:45 Eastern Time. Cardinals $1.10, total sits here at 8. Yep, you know what I'm doing. I don't think it's too hard to figure this out. Yep, going to continue on with my Cardinals play here at -110. Looking at a situation here with St. Louis, we know they're on that win streak, and I looked at the lineups for tonight. And matter of fact, in tonight's lineup here with the Cardinals, I do see Goldschmidt is going to play. We got Carpenter in the lineup, Bader in the lineup, DeJong in the lineup. So there's enough players here in the lineup here to go. Michaelis, who's pitched very well here in the last few games. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Cardinals here at -110. And I think really what the situation here with St. Louis is, if you keep winning, you're going to put pressure here on the Dodgers if you play the Dodgers, because you come in with this win streak. It's a one and done situation. I know Scherzer's on the mound, but if you can carry that win streak, that record into that wild card round, it will create some pressure there on the Dodgers, and they've not been hitting the ball very well as they should be. So I'm going to continue on here with that Cardinals run here as they're playing really good ball, and I confirmed the lineup here, and I'm happy with it. I like Michaelis. I like the way he's looked in his recent starts. All right, just continue on here on the drive. Oh, by the way, I do have my 3-pack over at Pig Dog Stream, my 3 best plays from Major League Baseball. If you've seen the leaderboards, I don't really toot my horn too much, but we know we get over 2,000 units of profit in MLB. I better say something, right? So check me out tonight over at Pig Dog Stream with my 3-pack from Major League Baseball. Get on board, and I'm also part of that 3, 7, and 30L Sports Pass, and get on board with all my plays for that period of time. If you had a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to do the recap. I'm going to fly solo on the recap tonight. We got started here. Well, James, I do have your play. James Clark. Aaron Judge to hit a home run +240. And of course, Tony, we've got Dionne. She was with the Mariners at -106 against Athletics. Joe D'Amico, Braves -141 against the Phillies. We got L. McMordie. This is a money line parlay here. Chiefs and Cowboys money line parlay. The return -108. Tony Brown, Indians -112 against the Royals. Sean Murphy was on the Yankees -112 against the Blue Jays. Ron Romanelli, White Sox run line -1.5 runs +110 against the Reds. Mitch was on Orioles and Red Sox over 9.5. Yours truly, Cardinals -110 against the Brewers. I like the game I like here is Dionne's Mariners -106 against the Athletics. They're still in the hunt for that wild card. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow. My sidekick, Chris Ruffolo, will be back. We'll have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Remember, it's football. We got Bengals and Jaguars. We got Miami and Virginia college football. There's all the baseball as well. So tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. each time with the Drive-Thru. Remember, it all gets started with that morning show. It gets at 11 a.m. Eastern time. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, Joe Madden, and of course those YouTube members, VIP. What great value. Follow the link below and get signed up. Let's bring in the crew for tonight. We're going to wave good night to everybody. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow live